Yes, first few minutes of the above recording. It's not come to tell you about church membership. It's not come to create a church like Paul. Not come to organise you or things, or lecture, or give you a theology, theological training. It's not organising you. Organisation is of the world, because things can only be done in the world's secular point of view by groups of people working together. Because God is absent, there's no such thing. That's it in the secular world, and it's been it in a rulership of the world for many centuries at the very least. Your rulers were not Christian in Christian Europe. I mean, whether they were Pope or monarch, it really didn't make any difference. They were, in large measure, land-stealing, power-seeking, pleasure-indulgent things of this world. They were not really focused on God. There were exceptions, I'm sure. Saints in all ages and in all religions and in all societies, as far as I can see. But Jesus has come to remind you, to tell you, it's a family. And your dad is God. He's a loving dad, not whatever else you thought he was from other religions, including, if you like, the setting in which he was in, which was semi-Judaic, semi-Greek, New World culture as it was then, to the Greek world. In fact, it was more a Greek world than a Hebrew environment that he was in, especially if one thinks of Galilee as opposed to Judea and the dominance of the temple in Jerusalem. Well, that's the historistic setting, isn't it? But the message is very simple and very direct. God's name is Dad. Heavenly Dad loves you. Wants life eternal for you, and there's nothing that can stop him doing that. It's an all-powerful God. So yes, you do know your place. You're a child of God. It's fantastic. It's not some subservient, cringing slave role of obedience and fear and judgment if you're not coming up to scratch. It's not that at all. In broad terms, you could say it's not a theology. You're part of a family. Family is not an organisation. Organisations are of the world. This is not like that. If you're in this household, you're part of a family. You may have come in as an outsider. You may have come in as a servant or as a contractor. But when you come in as part of the family, you're treated as part of the family. You are part of the family. And in that sense, it's like these incredibly obedient servants to monarchs. The monarch does respond. Even in his unrighteousness, he responds to someone who's been a very loyal servant. I noticed the Queen when she, Queen Elizabeth II, when she died, she'd left provision for her handmaid, a lady that dealt with very personal things with her. She wasn't royalty, she was just a maid, a servant, even in, 21st century England. But the monarch wanted her to be cared for and protected and provided for, and so she did. Lovely, you see. Well, how much more God, for goodness sake, if you're part of the family? He has the power to bring you to life eternal. Nothing can stop him, and he loves you to bits. Why? Because he sees you as his child. Perhaps because we are. Because he made us. Every detail. Long before we even were thought of by anyone else. Perhaps eternity. We're born of him. That's not the same as membership of an organization. Or doing your part, fulfilling your role, meeting your responsibilities. It's not that. This is a love situation. Brought up with, we identify with God, you see, we are of him. He of us. That spells a loyalty and a love, and it's based on gratitude, but a devotion, a oneness, just an established state, a truth. We are born of him. He's our dad. And incidentally, therefore, we are kindred and see each other in that light. This other form of life is my sibling, my brother, sister, whatever. It's quite different, you see, to being an organization in a largely secular world. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.